Hello everyone, again we are back in the Ecovision Academy with a status shot. In this video, I will estimate a normal unconstrained regression and then perform an F test to check whether the constant returns to scale actually holds or not, as shown in our previous video. So this allows us to compare theory imposed results with data driven evidence. Okay, so we again estimate the log production function, but this time no restriction is imposed. Okay, this time no restriction is imposed. Okay, so fine, we just write the normal stata command for regression reg, and then we have to give the dependent variable, that is output, and then labor and capital. And after pressing an enter, you can see in this result, in this unconstrained regression, we notice something interesting. The coefficient of labor becomes statistically insignificant while capital remains highly significant. This does not contradict the constraint model. It simply means that when data is allowed full flexibility, labor's independent contribution is weaker once capital is included. This often happens due to multicollinearity or small sample size. Okay, now we can go for an F test just to compare the hypothesis that either our constraint model was okay and either our unconstrained model is okay. So we just go for an F test. So we can just see that from the two result there is a contradiction result, because in the first unconstrained model the labor variable was significant highly, but in the constraint model the labor significant was significant at a 5% level of significance, but in the unconstrained model it is not significant. So we just go for an F test. After performing the F test, we just write test and then labor plus capital equals to 1. This performs the F test on the linear restrictions. Our null hypothesis is beta 1 plus beta 2 equals to 1. That is, the coefficients of labor and capital is exactly, their sum is exactly equals to 1. So we can see, as per the F test, based on the F result, the null hypothesis is not rejected. This means the data does not contradict constant returns to scale. CRS is statistically supported even though labor alone is insignificant. Okay, so CRS holds jointly even if individual coefficients behave differently. Final takeaway to conclude: CNS reg impose CRS, reg plus test the constant returns to scale. Insignificance of one input does not invalidate CRS. Theory and data are inconsistent in this case. These comparisons clearly show why constraint regression and hypothesis testing serve different purpose in econometrics model. Thank you.